Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Rick.
And we are Here We Go Again. Guys, thanks for stopping by. We decided to put a video together today about our dislikes or pet peeves about a motorhome, an RV. This is just our personal opinion from going from a travel trailer to the motorhome, but it's things that I think that people should be aware of that are actually interested in maybe getting one. So just stick around and we'll let you know.
Yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it or if you find it helpful. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get our upcoming videos. But as Lori was saying, we thought we would throw out a little video of some of the dislikes that we have. We wouldn't change anything. We absolutely love the motorhome. We love the upgrade from the travel trailer to the motorhome. It's been really nice, but we just thought we would throw out some dislikes just in case you're in the market. So stay tuned.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started on the dislikes. And one of the dislikes we found out pretty quickly this summer was just having one air conditioner. It was actually brought up by Rick when we were purchasing it. He thought, hey, Lori, why don't we get the 2 air conditioner one? I was like, we don't need to. We've only really needed it once. So.
Are you saying I was right?
Maybe.
One time I was right. But yeah. It would have been handy when it was 98 degrees out when we were in the blazing sun with no shade.
Yeah, because we finally got it cool in here, and then our bedroom was a little bit hotter, so I actually put an oscillating fan to blow the cooler air back. Because, we try to cool out or cool off the bunk beds, because they can get a little warm.
They can get warm in there, but we need to buy some reflectics and put in our windows, do some little things here and there, especially when it gets so hot in the middle of summer. But like I say, it was only one little trip.
Yeah.
Wasn't such a big deal. We got around it, but it would still be nice.
Yeah, it's doable. It's fine.
So just keep it in mind, guys, if you're in the market and you're deciding 1 air conditioner, 2 air conditioners. If it was me, I would go with the 2 air conditioners because you're eliminating a headache potentially.
Especially if you're over 31 feet.
Yeah, and if you're
longer than 31 feet, I would definitely get a two air conditioner.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're doing a lot of camping in really hot states such as Florida, Arizona, and things like that, yeah, no brainer for me. But I believe in our situation, it was 2 air conditioners or the bunk beds. So we chose the bunk beds.
Yes.
Right. If I remember it correctly.
Yes. So that was our number 1.
Yeah, number 2 is drives me bananas, guys. In the Jaycos, 2020 motorhomes, the stereo Bluetooth, it is horrible. It's horrible. I mean, it just picking up AM, FM radio is bad. Taking phone calls with our phone via Bluetooth is really bad. Us listening to Amazon Music, trying to Bluetooth it into the system, bad. It's just a headache. I mean, I have sit and spent quite a bit of time messing around with it, and I'm just done. I'm ready to rip the son of a gun out, move on. But Lori doesn't want to spend the money. But
GPS is horrible.
Yeah, so we worked around it.
It's not user friendly.
No, but it's the stereo. I hear from things and talking to people that they upgraded it in the radio in the 2021s. So keep that in mind if you're in the market for an older one. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to replace it. It'll probably be something we do in the future, but there's other things that we want to do currently.
Yes, and don't go by the time on the clock on it either, because ours is always off.
Yeah, it's always off, no matter how many times you reset it.
Yeah, the kids get confused because they're always thinking it's a different time and it's not.
But it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, number 3. And this one we were kind of aware of when we did buy it, so we were expecting this problem, and that's outside storage. Mm-hmm. The compartments are smaller. I mean, they're shaped squares, rectangles, but we were used to a storage area directly underneath our travel trailer that went from one side to the other. So it was a little different look, our air conditioner. It's a little different.
The one air conditioner.
Going from that massive one to the smaller one. So that's just packing. We're getting really good at packing and using the Jeep for carrying things, especially the dog's cage that we use, the fencing we use outside. So that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it too, as Lori had said, the storage it's oddly shaped. I mean, we do have one really big storage that goes underneath the master bedroom, the bed, which is nice, but I think losing the truck bed has been kind of something different for us as well. But I mean, we're getting a whole lot better at where we need to put things, and I think a lot of it was just trying to figure it out, what will work and what doesn't work, and what works better. So, but I think we're getting there. The Jeep's been handy as well, having it as a tow vehicle, but sometimes we don't tow. So now we've got a whole nother problem that we need to work out. But so far we're doing it. But keep that in mind, depending upon if you're coming from like a fifth wheel or whatever, it's going to be an issue.
But usually when you don't tow, you're not planning on a long trip. So the dogs don't need the fence. That's one of the things that we usually take in it. So it is what it is. All right, number 4.
Yeah.
He wears it when it doesn't work right.
Yeah, the sewage. I didn't know where you were going with that. But the sewage, guys, the sewage hookup in these things is very low. Very low. You have to be careful when you're backing up. You have to be careful, when you're going through a campground, going through an area that has speed bumps. Don't hit them too hard, because also the motorhome is so low to the ground, and then you throw the sewage hookup on top of it. It's a pain. And if the sewage connector is high, I mean, it's a headache, but we found little things that work to get around it. But you just have to be careful in backing up, driving it around, because you don't want to take damage to your sewage hookup. But just keep that in mind when you're purchasing these things, and just know that you have to be mindful.
Yes. So then, he pretty much said it all. I don't need to say anything about that. So we will move on to our next one, which is number 5. And that is the leveling jacks. We do not have any. No jacks whatsoever. And after seeing other motorhomes like ours that have them, they actually sit up higher, because the leveling jacks, I guess how they work is they actually take weight off the chassis, which I think would be wonderful. And that's something that we might have to look into, because trying to level this thing every now and then can be a little bit challenging, especially on gravel.
And I think that's the key. On concrete, it's not that big of a deal, because most concrete pads are pretty level anyway. But sometimes, we camp and we go from pretty nice glamping resorts to state parks and things like that. So you just don't know what you're going to run into. But yeah, keep that in mind, guys. The leveling jacks would be really handy, especially the self-leveling jacks.
Just prepare to bring extra blocks if needed, because we ran into that issue the last time we vacationed. Okay, so that leaves us with number 6.
Yeah, the road noise. Guys, it was a big change for us going from the F-150 to the motorhome and towing or travel trailer, but there's quite a bit of road noise.
Yes.
And it's also the travel trailer. You've got pots and pans, you've got things bouncing around, but Lori's gotten really good at packing and securing things, so that's kind of gone away somewhat.
Yeah.
But you still have the road noise. It's kind of hard to hear the kids and Lori. It gets really loud at times.
It does get loud. It's like I'm yelling at him every time I talk to him. I just never expected that, and you really don't until after you bought it.
Yeah.
Because you just don't get that chance to try it out, to hear how it drives, and to, so my kids, for whatever reason, start becoming whisperers when we're here, when usually they yell at you, but I'm always asking them to repeat themselves. So you just have to be ready. It is loud, and sometimes you can't hear everything that the kids are saying in the background. So there's that. All right, that leaves us with number 7. 7 is something that I really struggled with this past trip that we took, and you really don't, you pay attention to it when you're driving, like when you're pulling a travel trailer. And the guy that sold us the RV or the motorhome actually did warn us about this, but I never thought it would be so bad. And that is the swaying of your vehicle with any amount of wind, any crosswind. This thing is everywhere. I feel that it's everywhere. It may not really be, but I feel like I'm driving a Dukes of Hazzard car where I always watched it and their steering wheel was always going like this.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm fighting the steering wheel when I'm driving down the road. And I hate that feeling, because then you're on the ruts and Rick thinks I'm driving off the road, and then I pull back. It's just a lot of overcompensating, and it bothers me. I don't know if it bothers him as much, but it bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, it'll wear you out.
Yeah.
As Lori said, on our last camping trip, it was really windy.
Yes.
And I mean, we were going into a big storm, and luckily she was driving, and she was struggling. She did a great job. I'm so very thankful that she will drive, and whether we're towing and stuff, she did that with the travel trailer as well, which was a big help, guys. I mean, I really mean it. It was. I got to brag on her a little bit, but she was struggling, and she just kept plowing through it. She was getting mad, but she just kept hanging in there. But it'll wear you out. I mean, and at times it just varies and stuff how bad it gets. But I think if we got some stabilizer for steering, I think it would help out a lot.
I'm looking forward to that. That is one option that I'm okay with him upgrading. Yeah, so I am ready.
Yeah, I've been doing some research on it and stuff, and I think that's going to be one of our upgrades that'll happen pretty soon, because I think it's the biggest bang for our buck at this point, and I think it will help out a lot.
Okay, so that leaves us with our 8th and final one, which I hate to really say final, because you never know if we might find some more.
I'm sure something's going to pop up.
Yeah, during the years of camping that we have ahead of us.
As picky as you are,
God willing.
As picky as you are, there's going to be more than 8.
Probably. Number 8 is something he's noticed, which is really weird, and it's filling the gas tank.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's really finicky. Sometimes you stop and you fill up and you don't have any issues at all. And other times I'm sitting there for 2 or 3 minutes and I've barely even put a gallon in. Yeah. I mean, you have to mess with it. You have to, take the gas out and the gas hose out and then put it back in. And you just have to mess with it, guys. And sometimes it's taken quite a while to find that correct position, and other times it's not taking any time at all. Yeah. But it's hit or miss, and I just can't figure it out. I've done some research on it, and there's quite a few other people that have Jayco motorhomes that run into this. So I don't think this would never keep me from purchasing it. But if you're in a hurry,
user error.
It will tick you off, especially at night, and you're stopping and maybe.
Well, when it happened the first time, we just thought it was the pump. We thought there was something wrong with the gas station, but it's actually happened to us again. So we know that it's something.
It seems like it's every trip we've taken. I mean, we've run to it and filling up at least once that it's happened. So, but this is something that would never. Any of these is nothing that would keep me from buying it, because we're extremely pleased with it. Yeah. But these are things that will, give you a headache. I mean, and if you guys have ever owned a camper or motorhome or whatever, you will get headaches owning a camper. But it's well worth it. I just
want everybody that's out there that has a motorhome, if you all don't have the issues that we have, that we just said, if there's something that you all have done to correct it without paying buku money to fix it, please share it with us, because I would love to be able to take care of, especially the driving issue. That's my biggest thing, for the safety of my kids, not just for me being worn out, but the safety of my kids and us. So that's just my opinion. That was my probably number 1.
I'm glad she said us. because my safety kind of matters too. But guys, we really appreciate you all stopping by and watching this video. As Lori said, if you've got some things that you think would help us, leave us a comment and help us out. Leave us or jump over, shoot us an email because we're always, looking for help. One thing I love about the camping community, there's always people out there that know a little bit more than you that are always willing to help. So, but thanks. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up.
Stay safe, guys. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.